I normally don't like I don't like making videos on cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, but the amount of messages that I get and questions that I tell them, listen, I'm not a cryptocurrency expert. I'm just a guy who looks at things from afar and gives you his analysis. And then people still ask, yeah, still, what do you think? Okay, fine. You want to know what I think? I'll tell you what I think. See, these are my other thoughts, because now I'm focusing on the world economy, because the way it's going, it's not, we need to be careful, very, very careful. I'm telling you, start being very careful. Don't start taking unwanted risks. I see the tipping point. I can literally, it's there. It's just showing. It's going to crash. It's becoming more scary. Inflation, bullshit that people give. So just see, here are some of my warnings to you. Okay, here are some of my warnings to you. Number one is, keep in mind who you're listening to. Okay, if you're listening to a person who has a cryptocurrency company, or has cryptocurrency invested, or has his skin in the game, okay, or will benefit by you being a part of his movement, they will always talk positive about cryptocurrency. I find it so ridiculous when The Economist or Yahoo News or CNBC or NBC or any news outlet takes an interview with Coinbase or a Bitcoin investor or a cryptocurrency company or a cryptocurrency enthusiast. When you're asking a cryptocurrency believer, do you think cryptocurrency is the future? It's exactly like how I told you. You're asking a Muslim, is Islam the true religion? You're asking a Christian, is Christianity real? Is God, the Christian God, real? You're asking a Hindu about Hindu gods. They will say yes. They will support their own religion, their own belief. So when you're asking a cryptocurrency investor who benefits by you joining their movement, you think he's going to say, no, cryptocurrency is shit, we made a mistake? See, Coinbase, its entire bloody thing is cryptocurrency. You seriously think they are going to say, no, cryptocurrency is shit, we made a mistake? I find it's so cringe when you listen to a cryptocurrency believer. You're asking a cryptocurrency believer, what do you think about cryptocurrency? He will support it. Where is your common sense, man? That's number one, okay? So just keep in mind who you're asking this information. It's like me, I'm an atheist, okay? I don't buy or subscribe anything without evidence. And you're asking an atheist, Hinduism is true, Christianity is true. Of course, I'm going to tell you, no, this is all bullshit. But if you ask the same question about Islam to a Muslim, he'll say Islam is true, this atheist is bullshit. So please evaluate who you're listening to. And that's number one. The second thing which I want to tell you is, fine, cryptocurrency guys made millions. You hear these one-off stories. Wow, they made millions and billions. Fine. What you do, put your money. Now listen, I'm not giving financial advice. This is because some of you are irritating and all that. I'm not giving advice. Don't listen to what I'm saying. I'm just giving an example. Okay, I'll rephrase it. Let me rephrase. Others you'll say, oh, he fucking told me. Let's say Richard asks me, Loy, should I invest in crypto? My advice to Richard would be, Richard, how much money can you afford to lose? So Richard, if he's a millionaire, he'll say, Loy, I think if I lose $10,000, I wouldn't mind it. Fine, take out $10,000, okay? Now $10,000, you invest it in the way you like. Where you like, the way you like. So Richard invests $10,000 in whatever he wants. Okay, now, the next thing I would tell Richard is, now pay attention to the markets, look whether it's going up or down, and you decide when you want to take out your money and cash on the 10,000 that you have taken. But make sure you take it out when it becomes 10,000 plus. So now Richard puts his 10,000. Because he's a millionaire, he can afford to have an assistant who will look at the markets because he has other important things to do. And he'll pay this guy maybe some commission or a salary or whatever. So this guy pays attention day and night. 10,000, it goes 10,200, 10,500, 9,800, 11,000, then goes to 9,000, then goes to 15,000, then crashes to 4,000. Then finally one day it goes to 22,000. Okay, example I'm giving, just an example. It goes to 22,000. And he informs Richard, it went to 22,000. So now, if anyone with common sense would say, fine, it's 22,000. Please take out 11,000, which is excess. Remove the cream, leave the 10,000 there. Okay? Leave the 10,000 there. So now the 10,000 is already there. He has pulled out 11,000. Now, if you actually look at it, he has already got back his 10,000, which he invested. Plus he has 1,000 extra as a bonus, which anyway negates when you have to pay salary and all that. So if you look at it, 10,000 plus 1,000 minus expense. So he put in 10,000, he got back 10,000. Now the bonus is, there is an additional 10,000 which is there in the market or the stocks or the cryptos. Fine. Now with this 10,000 which is excess, with that he can play the same game. Either it goes up, 11,000, goes to 9,000, whatever. And then when it goes really, really high, pulls it out again. Say, let's say it goes again to 22,000 or more than that. Remove the cream, keep the 10,000. Now, this is what I would advise any person. Okay, any Richard. Now, there are people who, after putting 10,000, when they remove the 11,000, okay, they decide, wow, this is good money. Let me put in more. So now, one investment of 10,000, then they have another investment of 10,000. So they'll have around maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. So imagine if you have 10 investments of 10,000 each one you have a allocated manager, and their only job is to study the market, and when it goes up, pull it out. Okay, the extra cream, you make money, this guy gets paid his salary, and your investment is still there. Now, I give you an example. This is what smart investors are doing. Now, here's one thing which I want you to keep in mind. This game that these people play is not a casual affair. It is not something you can just put and relax and look at the stars and enjoy. No. You have to be obsessed day and night. You know, Google search or check on YouTube, Bitcoin addict or something like that. This guy, I don't know, it's a Vice video which is 2 years or 3 years old. This guy, eating, sleeping, relationship, everything was Bitcoin. He was, every hour he was checking. He wasn't playing any games, wasn't meeting friends. His relationship broke up. He was living like an obsessed zombie. And day and night, he did make money, but 24/7 was only Bitcoin. Eating, sleeping, looking, nothing else other than Bitcoin. It's going up, it's going down. He's saying, even when I was training in the gym, I was looking at the phone. Oh shit. And then he said, I don't have a life. And then there are people who put their money and they're like, they went so crazy, they couldn't handle the stress. They just said, okay, I made my money, forget it, I can't go through this again. And then there are stories where people have made millions and they're traveling around the world and they're living the dream. Okay. Now, I've given you the plus side, I've given you the happy side. But please keep in mind, there's another side to it. Not everyone is going to be a multi-millionaire. Not everyone is going to be a billionaire. Not everyone is going to be rich. There are people who are going to lose money. There are people who are going to fail. The problem is the media only shows you what will have clicks and views, and they will never give an ordinary boring story. Oh, I put money in Bitcoin. My investment is still lying down there. Nothing is happening. No, that's a boring story. But if you put a story, He put in $100. He encashed at 700 million. That's a fucking, everyone will click on that. So please understand that there are people who also lose money. And one last thing. If you're going to get into cryptos, no, like any other investment, be prepared to lock your money for at least 5 years, 10 years. And that 5 years, 10 years is not you put your money and don't bother. The 5 years, 10 years, you have to pay attention to the market. You have to literally look at it every day. You know, I don't have any skin in the game of cryptos. I've been offered partnerships. I've been offered, Loy, give a shout out to our channel. We'll give you some coins. I've even had an Arab guy who said, I'll give you some Bitcoin as a gift. Last time I checked, the value was $6,500 or something. It spiked up. And I said, no, I don't want to get into it. Because it'll make me lose my sleep, man. Fuck. And then I don't know if one day if I lose, then I'll feel shit. And get into something only if you're really into it. Others don't get into it. So I just want to tell you this, that cryptos is not like you put 10,000. Oh, I got 50,000. Yes, there are some people who got lucky with this Scum coin and Dogecoin and all that. But these are the rare ones. Everyone is searching for that next coin where they put 1 and they get out 100. Everyone is searching. Who doesn't want that? Tell me. You think I don't want to be rich fast? Put 100 and get 10,000 or 20,000. My wife keeps buying lottery tickets hoping that she'll win the next million. So just invest only what you're prepared to lose. That's number one. And second is be prepared to listen to bullshit. A guy who believes in crypto will speak on crypto. A guy who has not been into crypto, who doesn't like crypto, will speak against it. You have to make an informed decision. But the risk is yours. It's your ass on the line. And last if not the least, whomsoever talks on social media, oh, fuck, I made money, oh, this, 7-figure income, oh, what the fuck, I put 10,000, I got 50,000. That's a one-time thing. We don't know if the story is true also. And if the story is true, it's not going to happen every week. Every week you're not going to make $50,000 or $100,000. Okay? It happens in a cycle. People don't make money that way. Like right now, the cryptos are at 30,000. What? If you get it now, 30,000, it goes to 40,000, okay, you can make 10,000. But you invest 30,000 and it goes down. Fucked again, right? Okay, that's the second thing which I want to tell you. The third one is, remember, see, these countries, China, USA and all, these countries are run by governments. Governments are run by people. People are, these people who are politicians, they don't want to let go of their power. Banks don't want to let go of money. These are institutions that make money. They will do whatever it takes to ensure they are in control. They can ban Bitcoin, they can put a tax. All this is happening. Okay? So be prepared that those easy money-making days are soon vanishing. Why are they introducing tax? Because they're like, okay, you want to put in money, lock in money anyway. Good, lock in money. We'll take part of the action. Then what do? Then the tax-free haven is gone, right? You have to disclose your information. And say, one thing let me tell you. Wherever money, people like to keep it in secret without informing their identity. What people do in secrecy, like going to a third world country, not telling anyone. You're not telling anyone because you want to do something hanky-panky. Why do you think these guys who like underage girls, who like to do drugs, who like to have an erotic holiday, they don't tell anyone? Because they know if people come to know their life, their career, their marriage, everything will be destroyed. So people do it in secrecy. Why do we watch porn when nobody is watching? Why we don't tell everyone we are watching porn? Why do we have secret groups? Why do we have affairs without informing the world? We know there's something wrong. We want to do something wrong. So I'm not saying everyone who invests into crypto is doing something wrong. But when you don't want to reveal, when you want to keep things hidden, It is because one is you don't want to be taxed. Two is you want to enjoy your life through the loophole. And number three is, yes, you want to do something hanky-panky. After all, tell me, which person feels happy paying 35% tax or 55% tax? If they can save that money, 100% they will. And I'll just give one last point before I do conclude this. It's not that governments are not bullshitting. It's not that investors, stocks, commodities, companies, it's not that they are not bullshitting. All are bullshitting. See, always keep in mind, just because, Tesla fucking invested, this bank invested, just because institutions are investing, doesn't mean it's going to succeed. Look what happened to the housing bubble market. What happened to Lehman Brothers? What happened to these, Goldman Sachs? What happened to all these banks? They invested in mortgages, subprime mortgages, and all these CDCs and all that nonsense. What happened? It collapsed, right? They lost millions. So who are the winners? Only the CEOs. The CEOs got their bonuses. In fact, just Google search, last year's the top 10 CEOs, some of them got $100 million as a bonus. Let that sink in. People were losing their jobs. Middle class people didn't have money to pay their bills. Workers of the same company, but who made money? The CEOs. So end of the day, why do you think CEOs come on the TV? Not come, they appear on the television. Thank you for having me, and they speak positive. We are going to do this, we are going to do that. The vision is great. When will you learn? When will you fucking grow up? So keep this in mind, all right? End of the day, remember, it's your sorry ass on the line. It's your hard-earned money. You can brag about it, you can show off, you can tell, fuck, I made money. But you're not the smartest person in the world. There's a psychological term, I don't know what, Dunkirk effect or something, where people think they are smarter than what they are. I know you'll say, Loy, aren't you that? Yeah, I've not put in any of my money locked up in this hype to become quick rich. I take it the organic way. I'm happy with that. What I know, what I specialize in, what I have control on, and what I'm willing to put my time, effort, money. And I don't go around in social media bragging, fuck, I made $50,000, ha ha ha, all that shit. That's why do you think I'm putting that comedy 30-second skit every time? So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. But like I'm telling you, there's going to be a massive fucking collapse, massive. And the people are going to, they're printing money like crazy. Biden is, we are going to give this much loan and this much money and this much stimulus. What the fuck are you doing, man? You don't have money, you're just printing money. It's going to collapse the country. This Biden old guy is a very bad thing. Donald Trump was at least better. He was creating jobs. This guy is not even creating jobs. Stay at home, you're sick, no need to come to work, we'll pay you salaries. Unemployment benefits, stupidity. He's going to destroy, he's going to utterly destroy America. And with that, we're going to see a complete change in the world. Complete. Like they say, New World Order. Not that extreme, but you'll see it. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts. Then sign off. You guys take care.